Right then, first of all, congratulations to marlinlee, who's just hit 400 subscribers. And I'm trashing the place. Yeah. So yes, this is a response to marlinlee's tag. He's tagged all of his subscribers. What did you do before? And the first part is, what did you do before YouTube? I remember when YouTube was first announced, and I looked at how they were describing it, and I thought, I don't get it. What's the point? If you can't watch full programs or films, why would you want to watch little video clips? You know, people's home movies. I don't want to watch that crap. Didn't get it, obviously. And it was quite some time before I really did get it. But before then, chat rooms, really. I hung around for quite a while on Stickcam. I still have a room there. One of these days I'll open that room up again. I have it embedded on my website. And I had a little bit of a following on there, which was fun, you know, webcam chat with audio and everything. It was quite good fun. There were some idiots, but you come to expect that. Before that, and for a long time, I mean maybe 10 years, I was on IRC chat. I moderated in a very popular chat room for a time, but differences with the people running it, I quit that in the end. But yes, I have to say I find YouTube better than all of those things. Even though it's not live, you don't have that instant interactive thing. I like the fact that what you say sticks. You know, once it's there, it's there. Where in the chat room or something like that, you say it, and once it's off of the person's screen, it's gone forever. So yeah, but that's what I did before YouTube. Chat rooms mainly. Before the internet, my God. Okay. Well, like some of the other people who've mentioned it, who've done these videos, I did the bulletin boards thing, but only a very little bit. It wasn't free. In fact, some of the ones I used were stupidly expensive. I remember once I spent 20 minutes downloading a pornographic photograph from a bulletin board in Hong Kong, which was direct dial. There was no local call charge. I was dialing direct to Hong Kong for this grainy, god-awful rubbish photo. Just, I don't know, I wanted to see what you could get. And it cost a bloody fortune, and it was rubbish. And chat, I only chatted to a couple of people on bulletin boards. Most of the time I just found the whole thing so technical, that the technical aspect, having to know all these commands and weird crap, very unintuitive. Didn't really get into it much. I had a slow modem anyway. It was on an Amiga computer, so the software had limited documentation, shall we say. Yeah, so, but before all of that, CB radio. That's what I did for a long time before the internet. From 1983 through to 2000, I was on CB radio, and for socializing it was actually better than the internet. Shock horror. I miss, well, no, I don't miss it now. I'm married, I have a life, I don't need to really, I'm not looking to go out and meet people, but while I was single I found it much more useful for meeting cool people, going out, having, I don't know, some kind of social life like that. Because where you can meet really cool people and have cool online conversations on the net, what you can't do as a rule is go into a chat room or forum or whatever and say, hi, how are you, blah blah, let's have a cup of coffee. And you could do that with a CB, and that was great because all the people you were talking to were in your area. You know, they were mostly within about 5 miles of you, and for a time there were lots of them. And though there were an awful lot of idiots, there were also some really cool people. I met hundreds of people on there, and a lot of them were great. So now I think if you're looking for people with a specific interest, the internet way surpasses that, because I mean, look at you lot, there are thousands of you, and we're all into the retro gaming. Well, no, actually I'm on the wrong channel for that, aren't I? Most of you are. Some of you aren't, and are wondering, what the hell's he talking about? But anyway, what did you do before computers? Okay. Now this could mean a couple of things. Before practical computers that we use for practical things, or before computers, like in the home at all. Before practical stuff, like the PC, before, well in my case it was the Amiga, before I had something I could do something practical with. And by that I mean type a letter, something, you know, computer and printer. That was probably the first practical use I had for one. I had a big, chunky, heavy typewriter, and if I wanted to type something, do a letter or something like that, I would use it. I think it was made by IBM. I don't think it was an Olivetti. I think it was an anyway. It was a big office thing, and it, massive, weighed a ton, and I used that. I liked it. I left it behind when I moved up here. I kind of wish I hadn't, but it was just too heavy. Before computers at all, before I got them anyway, because obviously the first real computer was built during World War II, and I wasn't alive then, just in case you're wondering. Well, kind of like Rob, Maximum RD, said, I did a lot more stuff outside, and also watched a lot more TV. Yeah, I mean the outside bit was good. We would, building camps, me and friends would go out over the fields, because I lived in the country. We'd go over the fields, and there was this bit of disused, closed off, almost filled in canal, and along the banks were all these hedgerows and stuff, and you could build dens and camps and things in them, and we did a lot of that, and that was good fun. Just all kinds of outdoorsy kid stuff, because I was a kid. I mean, we're talking like 10 or 12 or something like that, years old. What did I do before video games? Okay, you see, I started playing video games in about late 70s, early 80s, I suppose. I mean, my first home thing was a Binatone Pong TV game. So before that, fishing, I think. That's something that really I stopped doing after I got the internet. Actually, the internet killed my fishing hobby thing. I haven't done it at all since I moved up here. Yeah, lots of that. There was a time I fished almost every day. You know, every opportunity, after school, before bed, off up the gravel pits, fishing. And I don't think I ever got to the point where I could say I was good, but I caught some nice fish. I caught a couple of pike. I had a pike that was like about that big, which is not massive in pike terms, but to me here I was like about 14 years old or something, 12, 13, whatever. That was a big fish. And I caught a 15-pound carp once, which was, you know, carp come much bigger, but when the biggest thing you've caught before that was like about 5 or 6 pounds something, a 15-pound carp is pretty humongous. So I was very pleased with that. Yeah, I kind of miss the fishing a bit, but I don't have the money, and I don't really like the waters around this area. Back in Milton Keynes, and before that Dean's Hangar, I really liked the waters, but around here there are too many kids, and you need a car, and I don't drive, and blah, I don't even have the time anyway. Too many other really cool things to do. Yeah, I think that about covers it. So I'll link back to MarlinLee's video, or video response thing, blah. If you haven't seen his video, go check that out. Congratulations to marlinlee for hitting 400 subscribers, and hopefully he has many more, because he certainly deserves them. Yeah, I'll shut up. I am rambling, and it's actually it's like fairly early in the morning. I'm not awake yet. My brain isn't functioning. So, did you know? Yes, I'm in talks with a TV company. I say in talks. I'm waiting to hear from them. It's not confirmed, but I may get to be on TV to show my collection and talk about it a bit. National TV. That would be very cool. I will let you know. Like I say, it's not yet confirmed if it's going to happen. Obviously, if you're not in the UK, tough.